New York City sees a large volume of traffic on its roads each and every day. That means traffic tickets are issued daily. So many, in fact, that the state set up a separate branch of the Department of Motor Vehicles to process just the traffic tickets that are issued in the city. This branch is known as the Traffic Violations Bureau, or TVB for short. What's the difference? If you get a cell phone ticket in the city, instead of going to court, as you would if you were ticketed upstate, your case will be handled through an administrative process at the TVB. This is significant because the TVB is much harder on accused drivers than the courts that handle tickets issued elsewhere in the state, as we will explain. For example, unlike the courts, the TVB doesn't allow you to plea bargain. A plea bargain is when you negotiate a deal with the state and plead guilty to a less severe offense in exchange for a reduction in your penalties. Plea bargains are useful because they offer a way to achieve a better outcome even when the evidence against you is strong. Without plea bargaining, the TVB leaves you with only two options: plead guilty or fight your ticket at trial. Winning at a TVB trial is more difficult than beating your ticket in court. One reason is the TVB's standard of proof. Standard of proof, or burden of proof, refers to what the state has to prove in order to convict the accused driver. When your ticket is handled in court, the state has to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. This is a tough standard to reach, but at a TVB trial, the state only has to provide clear and convincing evidence, which is a lower bar. This means you can be convicted with less proof, which makes it much harder to win. Another challenge is the TVB's rules concerning evidence. The TVB allows hearsay evidence, but the courts do not. Hearsay evidence is when a testifying witness offers someone else's out-of-court statement in court. This is bad news for you, the accused driver, because it allows the state to present unreliable evidence to help their case. For example, a police officer could testify that they heard another officer say that they saw you ending a cell phone call when the officer that pulled you over was running your license and registration. This evidence might count against you, even though the officer who supposedly observed this isn't testifying himself. The bottom line is that being ticketed in New York City places you at a huge disadvantage. But this doesn't mean you have to just accept the penalties. Instead of pleading guilty or fighting the ticket yourself, your best option is to hire an attorney at Rosenblum Law to fight your ticket for you. We combine our extensive knowledge of cell phone ticket laws with decades of courtroom experience to get the best possible results for our clients. In fact, we have handled thousands of cell phone ticket trials in TVB and elsewhere in the state, and we can put together a winning strategy to give you the best chance of success in court.